Welcome to The Impact with Rob and Dorsey. Today we have some fantastic and fabulous guests here with us today, and I can't wait for you to hear about our guests because it is going to be amazing and fantastic, and you are here with us tonight on a Friday. So hello, welcome, and thank you. Yes. I love it. Ooh, we got a good audience in here tonight. So, let me tell you a little bit about my fabulous and fantastic guest today. Oh my goodness. When I tell you about these individuals here, let me just tell you, we about to have some fun today because the whole time while we were waiting on y'all, they was up here acting up here. Oh my God, we couldn't even focus to get ready for the show. I mean, come on. But you know what? We are here to have a good time because that's what we do here on The Impact with Rob and Dorsey. So,
9 o'clock voice.
After 9 o'clock, ooh, yes. I'm gonna go read y'all no poetry because this is not the poetry show. Listen, we gotta focus. This is the other show. We're gonna talk about poetry another time. All right. So we have here with us Miss LaRae McDaniel. Hello. And she is a multi-generational songstress, writer, actress, and playwright. Wait a minute. She got like 1,500 jobs. Wait a minute. So she is a songstress. She is a songwriter. She is an actress. And she is a playwright. Oh my God. If there was more people out here like me, oh my God, she got like 1,000 jobs. I love it. You gotta have multiple hats. People don't understand multiple hats, multiple streams of income. That's what you gotta do out here in these streets.
Exactly. Residual. That's that residual income.
Yeah, residual on and on and on and on. I love it. Yes. So whether she is singing or acting, she performs with an unapologetic passion, with enthusiasm that leaves an impression on her audience. Yes. Her performances reaches the core of every crowd and touches the soul of the audience. I love that. In September 2017, LaRae released her self-titled project, LaRae, Her Story, Her Voice. Yes. Which showcased her signature energetic powerhouse vocals in contemporary and inspirational soul and medley's uplifting tones. I love that. You see, inspirational soul and yes. Wait a minute. Why are you laughing?
It's the whole wordplay.
I just love how you introduce it.
I'm a little animated.
I'm like, I don't feel good about myself. Let's talk about you.
I love it.
The quiet storm.
Just WHUI. Her lyrics are filled with confessions of love for Christ.
Amen.
And trueness of all her trials and victories that she has endured in her lifetime. Yes, I love that. Soon after releasing her album, LaRae appeared in 2, not 1, but 2 hit musical stage plays. First, Fabulously 40 and Over, written by Deron Cloud. Oh my goodness, yes, he used to be my old pastor back in the day. Where she landed her supporting role of Flora and divorced Deborah. Okay. And then secondly, she appeared in the Man Monster stage play. The Man Monster stage play.
With this co-host right
here. Wow, by T. Renee Garner. And directed by comedian Howard Gaskins, who is also going to be here tonight in this studio. Yes. So without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce Miss LaRae to you. So hello and welcome. Hello, Robin. Hey, how are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you so much for having us here tonight.
Thank you for coming. I'm so excited. We're gonna have so much fun tonight.
Yes, we are.
So tell us a little bit. Where did you grow up? Where are you from?
I am from District Heights, Maryland.
Okay.
Yes.
Be here tonight in the studio. Technical issues.
So that's
what school did you go to?
I went to Forestville High School.
Okay, she went to Forestville, so she is local.
Yes,
Okay.
I
So
am.
when did you learn, or when did you realize that you wanted to write? Was that always like your childhood dream?
Actually, it was something that just came about 10 years ago. I started this play 10 years ago. And it was just a hobby. It was just like, let me try it because I wrote songs. So I was like, let me try it.
Okay.
And then after a while, I stopped. Because, you know, you got life, you got
happens.
family.
Yes, yes.
But then after being in the 2 productions last year, January, God spoke to me and said, it's your time. It's time to release what I have given you.
I love that.
January came, I sat down with my manager, Valencia, and she was like, okay,
Hey,
so what
Valencia. We love you, girl.
Yes, we do. So we was like, so she said, so what do you want to do now? You just released your album. Where you want to go next? You want to get back into the studio? Or you want to do something different? And I said, you know what? I want to do my play.
Okay.
And she said, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's come up with a date, find a place. Let's get auditions going for cast members. So that's what I did. And it's just been it's been a journey. It's definitely been a journey. And then just God placing people within my heart. Like Mr. Klass here, I met him
Mr.
last
Klass.
year. I met him last year.
He sound like he troubled of Mr. Klass over here.
Oh, you wait till you see his character.
Okay, Mr. Klass.
So in The Man Monster, Mr. Klass played my husband.
Okay.
And it was such a great experience.
Really?
And when
I
this
love
play
that.
came about, I was like, I got the perfect character for him.
Okay.
So I'm like, Klass, I need you to do. So he didn't have to audition because I already knew he would play this role. Miss Shanika here, I met her last year as well. She was one of my background singers at my listening party. And when I say this woman can sing,
So she gonna have to sing for us tonight while
this
we're on
woman
that.
can sing.
You never know who watching, girl. You never know who watching. We was at Essence. Yes, we was at the Essence Festival 2 months ago, and it was phenomenal. So you never know which who's watching.
And she's playing one of my leading ladies.
Yes.
And Mr. Reckless Riley, as we call him.
It could be Riley for tonight.
Okay. I met him last year because a friend of
Reckless
his.
Riley, though.
A friend of his was in the play The Man Monster, and that's how we met.
Okay.
And when we met, just talking to him and knowing that he wanted to get into plays, we talked about a character. And I just knew just from talking to him that he would play that character. He didn't have to audition. So, I mean, and he plays it. His character and a couple more characters.
Man.
This production, I have to say, I have a wonderful cast. It is amazing. I have a cast of 20. And each and every one of them are awesome. I love
So special.
It's a lovely play. It's a lovely play.
It is.
So tell us, so how did you, so I know how you all met because y'all met in a previous play. So after you were in that play together, so what inspired you to do this one with her? Y'all vibed that much?
It was natural. Like we just clicked like automatically from jump. It was automatically like it was just divine intervention. We just came and collaborated so much. She said, "Well, Elwood, you know I was writing my play, and when is the date? Just that's what you just send me the script,
right?
Because I'm in it." And it was just ongoing from there. And it's like I still watch that DVD, and I thought I did a little something. But I look back and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, you did." But that lady, who was your wife? I said, "But Ma, this is your son." No, rewind the part when she was about to hit you in your face.
I love it.
Yeah, that play was very deep. He was an abusive husband.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
yes.
I was a misunderstood.
That's what they call it.
That's the crazy part about it. Is for us to bring out the characters in the plays. A lot of times you're nowhere near that type of person.
So
But
y'all had to pull that strength out of somewhere to be able to project that greatness.
Especially his character.
Yeah,
No, I'm gonna tell you what I was talking to one of the other classmates about. I was like, this guy is the total opposite of his character. I can tell. Like, I can absolutely tell that. It's like, okay, he's a sweetie, but in the play, it's like, I don't like you.
What I was telling her, when we went through the play and she brought the play to me, she actually came to one of my comedy shows. And I'm very animated, and I can bring a story to life by just being on stage.
So you just come alive when you hit that stage. Lights, camera, action.
Exactly. So she actually was like, "Can you help me with a play? It's a lot of drama, but I want some humor in it." And I was like, "Well, let me read it."
Right.
And I went and read it, and I was just like, Jesus. I was about to cry in the play.
You was about to cry.
Well, let's do that. So we created a character, and this character is a little over the top.
Okay.
But the reason why I can play it so well is because I lived it. That's why I've seen that person.
I love that.
In my life, I watched my mother go through something, through this type of character. I've seen it, so I know how over the top it can seem, but I know that it's so real. So it might hit, like, all the characters hit home somehow, some way, and that's the only reason I can play the character so well. I've seen the character.
Wow. I love that. I love that. So tell us a bit about your character.
Juanita.
Yeah. Okay, Miss Juanita.
Juanita is everybody's favorite auntie.
I love that.
Really, that's what she is. She's everybody's favorite auntie, She plays zero games when it comes to her family, though. So, and that's me. My apostle and them, they call me Little Peter from the Bible. I will cut somebody's ear off if you mess with my family. But I will love everybody, and that's Juanita. She's like the one that keeps it grounded, rooted, and she'll pray for you, sing for you, and you mess with her babies, you find out what else happens.
Did you hear that? You messed with her babies.
Tickets, though.
Yes.
So y'all gotta know what happens by your ticket. Amen. Praise Jesus.
So, okay, let's go back to you. So tell us, okay, what is the premise of the play? So give us a little bit of synopsis here so that my audience can know, because this is the first time they're seeing y'all wonderful and beautiful faces. So you got to tell them a little bit what it's about, when is the play, and all that good stuff. Where is it? So
So the play is September the 22nd.
Okay.
For 2 shows. We have a 3 p.m. show and a 7 p.m. show.
Yes. Okay.
The play will be held at the Nanny J. Lee Recreation Center, in Alexandria, Virginia.
Okay.
Tickets are on sale now.
Yes, and how much are the tickets?
So we have packages. So we have
you get a package deal.
Yes, we have a general package of $20.
Okay.
We have a VIP package, which is $35.
Yes.
And we have an exclusive package, which is $50.
Exclusive.
Then we have a group package. If it's 10 or more, it's $15 a ticket.
I love that. Yeah.
So the play, what it entails is what's going on in our society now. So it's about 3 families who are going through their own issues, but they all tie together. So that's why it's called The Ties That Bind. So when you see it, you're going to say, well, this person ties with that person, and this person ties with that person. So it's going to be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And it's just, this play is going to cause so many different emotions. You're going to be happy. You're going to be sad. You're going to cry. You're going to laugh. You're going to be mad. You're going to hate. But it's touching on so much. It's touching on sexual abuse. It's touching on domestic violence. It's touching on bullying. Is touching on suicide. That is one of the leading things that we're dealing with.
Absolutely.
It's touching on spiritual warfare, about having your faith in times of trouble. And the families is just so strong. And with these characters amongst and my other characters, I had a few of them come to me to say, when I got the part, that was actually me. You didn't know my story, or you didn't know anything about me, but to know that you put me in this position. And like I one of my ladies, she stated to me, she's playing a cop.
Okay.
And she stated to me, "You never knew I wanted to be a cop." Wow. And what you wrote for my character is what I actually lived through, even down to the name of the person that you put me with. Wow. So I'm like, you know what? This is nothing but God ordained. This is something that God gave me. It's a vision, and that's why He said in January, it's your time. And just these past few months with my cast, with my manager, even with my husband, so many things have come to light. And with my pastor Kevin Matthews, of the Shepherd's House.
Yes.
Shout out to the Shepherd's House.
Shepherd's House. Welcome.
He has been teaching on the open door.
Okay.
And how you're an unlikely person getting ready to have unexpected, ridiculous, crazy miracles. And to actually be called down to the altar. And for Him to speak this prophetic word over my life about what God is about to do in my life. But it's time that I start speaking boldly about what I'm going to do. And every since that, and I'm like, you know, I'm just in church and I'm praising, and He calls me down, Sister Daniels, come down to the altar. And he was like, God has a bigger stage for you.
My God.
He's going to do something unexpected. He said, but what God has said is you've been too timid. And I'm like, I'm standing there just in awe that He's actually speaking this to me. And He was like, God said you have to start speaking boldly. So with this play and to see my characters, and it brings tears to my eyes to really see Klass get into his character, to see Juanita, to see Riley get into his character, to see the other people get into their character. I'm like, did I really do this? But no, I really didn't do it. God did it. He's just using me to bring it to fold and using them to tell the story. And that's one thing that my pastor told me. This production is going to bring healing. It's going to break chains. It's going to be something massive. And I'm just glad that God chose me to do it.
Look at that. God chose you to do that thing. And He will make miracles out of the little, like out of the mustard seed, like they say. When you think that, you know, this is how your life is set up and designed, and this is what you have and all you got, and then hey, He throws something, hey, nope, this not it. I want you to go to the left. Nope, I want you to go to the right. I mean, so you just never know that path He put you, but you got to be diligent to be able to listen to Him, and you have to hear Him, and you got to move when He say to move.
He'll change that path.
Yes, He will. If you move, I mean, you can be disobedient if you want to, and see what happened, what God will do for you.
Absolutely.
Delayed obedience is disobedience.
Yes, it is, and you don't want that wrath. The wrath of God, in that sense, is not a good thing for you. Don't do that. Don't spend years on that.
Exactly.
So Roz, hey Roz, she's watching us. She said hello, my awesome cousin. Hey Roz, you know I love you, girl.
She's another awesome actress.
She is amazing.
Oh my goodness. Yes, and her husband Tony.
Yes,
another awesome actor. I mean, everyone is just phenomenal.
Good. Okay, so tell me, what was your favorite part about the play?
Oh, Jesus.
Mr. Klass.
Well, I'll say my favorite part about the play in its entirety is just how everything is all combined in one, and how everyone has their own different story, but in some way, shape, or form, we're all connected in one way, shape, or form, and throughout anyone's life, no matter what situation you've definitely gone through. One of these situations is going to hit you. You done seen it go through. So pay attention. And that's all I can say. And it's just powerful. It's just and it's just like my brother said. It just relates like so close to home because you see these type of things in one way, shape, or form through alcoholism, through abuse, through mental, verbal, spiritually abused, just a little bit of everything. You've seen it happen before, but you've never seen it happen in this way. That's why it's definitely important for you to come out.
Crazy.
Yeah, come out and support and see this.
Yeah.
I love the love here on this stage. I mean, that is so phenomenal because, you know, everybody has different personalities and things, and to be able to come together as one to produce an amazing, you know, production such as this with all different personalities, and then to be able to get into that character that's totally not like you is just phenomenal. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell us, what did your character do? Just one little piece of what your character, because you sound like you was getting into trouble here in this play. So I need to know what you did. At least one of these little things here, because it sounds like you did a lot.
My character is, man.
We listening. We listening. Everybody is listening. Look right there. Look right there so you can tell them what you did. You about to get in trouble there.
Is disrespectful.
Oh my God. Disrespectful.
He's arrogant.
Oh my Jesus.
He has no faith.
None.
He's a know-it-all.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. He got all the bad characteristics, all the adjectives you are explaining is a no.
He's everything in one guy.
Yes.
And it's to the point where people try to save him and bring him close to the Lord.
Right. He don't want to hear that. He don't got time for that.
He only got one thing. His hustle, his money, and his messing around. That's all he cared about.
Wow.
And don't nobody do anything for him. He has done everything for himself. No blessings.
Right, no blessings.
His blessings because his blessings.
He blessed himself.
Yeah, he blessed himself. He don't have no blessings. They don't want to hear none of that.
Right. He ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah, and it's crazy because this play reminds me of the movie Crash.
I like that.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, so many different stories.
So many different stories, but at
stories.
the end of the play is just
It
Like,
all comes
we
together.
all-
somebody's not gonna listen.
Yes, yeah. It's always one.
It's
You
always one.
always
We
have
all got that
one. Yes.
So you
You
like,
just be
I told you not to go to that party, but you just had to go.
Right, and you just look
they
at them
don't
like,
want to listen.
Really? You gonna go on there?
Until they behind the glass,
So
and
I
you like,
with that friend. If you doubt me, I'll kill you.
Right.
I told you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
it's always one. You tell them so many times, but they never listen.
Never listen.
And it don't matter how much they fall.
Right.
And that's what my character is.
So a question for you. So playing that character, what advice would you give a young person who's listening here today about, you know, someone with all of those bad personality traits that don't want to hear you, it's not listening, but need a word to maybe help them like get out your own self, get out your own way?
I think we all come through that issue every now and then. Not to touch on myself, but in my time when I was a professional athlete,
Right.
I was very, very arrogant,
Okay.
and I was ungrateful at times, and I knew I was good
Right.
because I knew how hard I worked for it, and I knew I couldn't be beat.
Right.
But then that one time that I was so arrogant and over the top, I got hurt and I lost everything.
Oh wow. So God humbled you at that
I got
point.
humbled. So at the end of the day, you have to sit down and you have to look at yourself and humble yourself.
Yeah,
you do.
Yeah.
You have to humble
You
yourself.
have to. Because if you don't do it, God will certainly do it for you.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
he-
And he's found. That's what, when you was talking about paths.
Yeah.
The paths he'll change.
Yeah.
I had to go down to that dark path to lose everything, and then find myself again
Wow.
through coaching, comedy. I never wanted to get on stage. I never wanted to be a comedian. My coworkers told me to do that. My thing was football.
So they saw,
He's funny.
So they saw your calling before you even knew that you
They
had
forced
it.
me to get on stage.
I
Never
love
wanted to be on
that. I
stage.
love that.
So at the end of the day,
Yes.
I would tell a person, if you really want to change, sit down. Talk, find that mentor.
Yes.
Find a pastor. Find someone that you really listen to, a father figure, somebody to sit down and talk to, and they'll help you change your path, and they'll humble you.
Yeah,
But you have to hear it.
You have to hear it.
That's the biggest thing.
Absolutely. So let's go to you, Miss Shanika, Miss Auntie. So you're playing the aunt. So to several different people. So how many people are you an aunt to in this play?
Well, technically, Juanita is a mom, but
Oh,
she has
okay.
the personality of everybody's favorite auntie.
Everybody's favorite. Okay.
I guess her best friend's daughters could be her nieces.
Right.
Juanita, she makes me laugh because, and I'm gonna tell you why, because she's so sweet. But what happens when you see the switch, like I said, when she turned over to her baby, it's on. It's like 1, 2, 3 switch. Like it's like it's like you don't expect her to do what she. It's like Juanita. Right.
Yeah.
Like
I love that.
She was just praying and praying. What's going on? And then when it all switches and calms down, she goes right back to being everybody's favorite auntie.
She know how to bring that back in. Juanita bring it back in.
Juanita got to touch it.
She hold it all in.
Right.
Then when
she let it all out. She's like, wow.
Yeah. Okay. It's like nobody's ready for that.
Wow.
That's why I love Juanita.
You won't be ready.
You won't be ready for her.
Oh wow.
Juanita's pushing me emotionally as well because I don't have children.
Okay.
So because she's a mom, it's like I have to sit. I have to look in the mirror and I have to listen to myself with different voice inflections. It's like I sound crazy. I know out loud in the house walking around. I know my neighbors probably. I could be. No.
Yep. Just like that.
I'm crazy. But I have because. Like I said, I don't have children, so it's like this. I appreciate you for this opportunity because this is something that I wanted to do secretly. But even though a lot of people don't know it, I am very shy.
Really? But you can't tell it on stage.
I'm an intro extrovert.
Okay, intro extrovert. I like that. I'm shy too. All of our audience right now probably just send me a bad message. Come on now.
I got a witness, so this is really,
never in my life have I
but I'm enjoying the experience. I'm grateful for it. Like you, it was my time, and it's like I've been delayed a few years, and this is opening other doors. I got a single coming out in September. I'm really excited, guys.
What you said was very monumental because you said you're thankful for the delay. So what people don't understand is sometimes we think we are supposed to be where we are yesterday, or at a certain time or a certain place. But sometimes that timeline that we have in our mind is not God's timeline, and so He puts those delays in your path because sometimes we're not ready in that positional place for that blessing, or we won't be able to handle that or be able to manifest it to what it's supposed to be. And so he slows us down just a little bit to get us right in position to where we can meet certain people and be in certain things.
Right people.
Yes, all the time. I mean, God is amazing. You better know it. 10 years. Yes. 10 years. Yes.
It's just crazy how everybody just meshed on stage.
Yes.
She put it together. It was just the way she wrote this play.
It's like you weren't ready for that.
Right.
It's like, wait, what?
I love
skills.
it.
Right.
Yes.
And to actually have someone who writes plays to tell me, I didn't know what you have this powerful thing here. I didn't know what else you can bring after it, but then you brought something else powerful.
Right.
I know plays. Right. This is a hit, lady.
Yes.
So I'm so excited, and I can't wait to everybody see this play.
Yes.
I can't wait.
I'm so excited for you because this sounds like it is so amazing. So you all have to come and see this play.
Yes.
You can be inspired.
Yes.
3 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
Yes.
Pick one.
Tickets. You can get your tickets online.
Yes.
www.laray, theartist.com. Get your tickets. If you want the exclusive ticket, it's $50, and you get to meet all of the wonderful cast and myself. So get your tickets. I'm telling you guys, you will not be disappointed with these 3 and the other 17 actors that I have.
Yes, and wait till you see part 2 in a second. But before we get to part 2, so can we hear you sing a little bit for us?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sing some of your song just as I am.
And we're gonna have her sing some too.
Yeah, sing, Lorraine.
You got this. Right.
So, okay, yes. Just as I am, sins and all, you love me still, in spite of my flaws. I am not perfect, fill out out of your will, just as I am. You love me still.
Yes! Love it! Yes! Beautiful!
My favorite songs on my album.
She wrote the heck out of that album.
That was a personal song.
Yes.
For me.
I love that. Y'all are awesome. I'm so excited. Y'all got to come to the play because the Impact with Robin Dorsey will be in the building.
And also, Robin, what I want to say for just having us on the show, I would like to have 2 guest tickets for you, VIP tickets.
Thank you.
You just gotta let me know if you want the 3 o'clock or the 7 o'clock
Be
show.
the 7 because we got the diabetes walk down. Right. And I'm the MC for the diabetes walk on the monument. Yes.
You will have, actually, I'm gonna take that back. You have 2 exclusive.
Oh, I get it.
So you get to meet them.
Yes, I get to meet them. We might have some interviews with all the cast after the show. You never know what can happen with the Impact with Robin Dorsey.
Amen.
Yes. All right, so I thank you all for coming out. We have a part 2 to the second half of this cast that's coming up right after the diabetes commercial break. We have the diabetes walk for September the 22nd coming up. I am the walk MC, so you got to come out and be a part of that because there's 30 million people are affected by diabetes. Amen. So we'll be right back after this commercial.
Living my best
Hold on. All right. My name is Robin Dorsey. I'm an American Diabetes Wellness Ambassador and type 2 diabetic. I'm also a Red Strider. A Red Strider is a person living with diabetes. I want to tell you that you are not alone. There are 29 million Americans that suffer from diabetes.
My name is Amari Mom, and I'm here to stop diabetes.
I'm Major McKinley Lewis. I'm a type 2 diabetic. You are not alone. Stop diabetes. My name is Isaac Clayton, Fort Washington, Maryland alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. I have type 2 diabetes, and you are not alone.
My name is Tornia. I have type 2 diabetes. You are not alone.
We're not alone, so let's stop diabetes.
Miss Russell, I'm a type 2 diabetic, and I'm walking so you don't have to stop diabetes.
I'm a type 2 diabetic. Help stop diabetes.
I'm Rick Doc Walker, former Super Bowl champion with the Burgundy and Gold. And I'm here to help stop diabetes.
Stop diabetes! Stop diabetes!
Fort Washington Capital, stop diabetes!
Stop diabetes!
Stop diabetes! We are the Q's, stop diabetes!
Team Fit Better, stop diabetes.
MJ All-Star, stop diabetes!
Stop diabetes! Ebony Wings, stop diabetes! Stop diabetes!
Support to stop diabetes!
Stop diabetes.
Visit www.diabetes.org for more information. Stop diabetes.
She said 5 seconds. Let me sit up straight, you know.
All right. So I'm going to introduce you, Howard, and then we're going to introduce the rest of the play. Oh, welcome back to the Impact with Robin Dorsey. Hello and welcome again. Oh my God! Did you see the first half of that show? Yes, it was simply amazing. So, we have part 2 of the show with the other half of the cast, and then we have one of my good friends here with us, Mr. HowardG, comedian extraordinaire. Commercials. He's just doing it all. Commercial shows, a little bit of everything for you. Yes, as long as you hear that, as long as you're paying, he is for hire.
That's right.
If you would like to book him, but we're going to talk about some of the stuff he got going on.
That's right.
So, hello, Howard. What's going on?
Hey, Rob, I'm good to be here. Finally glad to be here. How you doing? Wearing your little blue, looking all good like you just got back from a Stellar Awards. What's up, later?
Thank you.
That's right. She looking all fabulous and everything.
Thank you.
Yeah. Last time I saw you was at the Champagne King show.
Yeah, we was at the show.
Yeah, opened up for who was the?
There was the Stylistics,
the Champagne King.
Yeah, I mean we had all the celebrities there when we did that show. That was a fantastic show.
Had a good time.
So, and that was the first time I think I actually met you in person at that show.
That's right.
So we exchanged information, and we've been friends ever since. That was quite a few years ago.
Like 6-7 years ago.
Yes.
I see you still doing your thing. I like upgrade to the studio. I remember she was doing a show in her basement. That was nice.
Yeah.
On a camcorder. This is nice. We got some spotlights up here. Got a makeup artist, a green room. Look at her mic. A little mic. Somebody making some money up in here. Got commercials coming on. We had to wait for the commercial. We couldn't go live. We had to wait for a commercial. Somebody they Kiss My Bubble. They buy a commercial set.
You can put your commercial right there in the front. You see that right there?
Okay.
You know, we're gonna talk to that and to the engineer afterwards.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, you tell you, boy, won't he do it?
All the time.
Right. So I brought my cast members with me, man. Let them introduce themselves. I'm great being a stage play. Written by a lovely lady who I
Miss
had a chance to
who we just had on the first
show. Had a chance to work with her in another play, and then me and her became good friends, and she got me out of retirement. I'm gonna tell you something.
She got you out of. She pulled you out.
I haven't been in a play in 13 years. I'm used to writing, directing, and being in my own plays, doing stand-up comedy. I had never actually been in a play in 13 years. So I said, the only person I'm doing it for is you, Lorraine. You're the only one.
Oh, that is so
she got
amazing.
me back acting again, and I had to dust off my Denzel. All right. Yes, all right. That's right. I will have you playing basketball in Pelican Bay. You know what I'm saying? So that's right. Shoot program. Right. So I got man. Everybody introduce themselves.
Before we go there, let's finish with one question first.
All right.
So you're doing the play.
Yes.
You've been doing commercials for how many years now?
22 years. We're gonna catch my brother commercials. 22 years. My commercials older than some of these cast members. Right here.
He called y'all out.
Some of them. Right. I know they ain't older than 22.
How did you get started with that Kiss My Bumper commercial? How did that get started?
I went to an audition. And it's so funny, and I hate to say this, but it was a couple of people that we all know was at that audition. A couple of radio personalities that we all know that works at a radio station nearby, and y'all might know them. And I was the last person who auditioned, and they told me to come in the room, and they said, "Hey, we want you to be creative with the commercial." And come up with a slogan that everybody gonna know and love. And so I went in there and read the script, and I thought of the idea and said, hey, I got something. How about Kiss My Bubba?
Right.
And I did, and they loved it. That's the first time I went to an audition, and they said I got the part right there. They said, you're the one we're looking for. Boom. And I signed a contract like 2-3 days later. Next is history, and I've been doing a commercial ever since.
Wow. And so now, in addition to that, you are also hosting your own comedy shows.
Yes, I produce and produce my own comedy shows where I get up and coming comics and not just comics, singers, poets like yourself, because you're actually performing in one of my shows.
September the 8th, I will be live on the stage again. Animated.
Right. We had to take the dust you off a little bit and have you come back out there and do your thing, because people don't know that she's a world-renowned poet. To be or not to be, that is the question. Yes, so Robin going to do her thing at my show September the 8th, back in Baltimore. So all y'all Lanham, DMV people, come on out. It's a little 40-minute drive, but it's worth it. All right? That's
right. It's worth it. Some good entertainment.
That's right. So come on out Saturday, September the 8th. It's going to be at Vulcan Blazers. She's going to have it on her page. I'm having it on my page. Tell you more about it. All right?
Absolutely. Yep. So let's get back to this play that we heard so much about in the first half of this show, which was amazing again.
Yes.
So who are your cast members? Let's start with this young man right here, who I hear is the assistant director. Right beside you.
You said young man.
You're not young?
No.
Oh, you old head?
Old head.
Oh.
I've been around the path a few times.
A few times.
A few times.
All right. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you became to be the assistant director.
Man, she looking at me right now because she put me on the spot. But our creator of the show, Lorraine, me and her go back years from now, and we did some shows back in the day. We did some little skits and so on and so on. And we recently reconnected last year over the Man Monster.
Yeah, that was playing. And, he was out. I directed that, and they both were in.
Wow, the Man Monster. We talked about that in the first half.
We got together on that, and then after that, you know, both her and I, we contacted each other, and we was like, hey,
that's what we doing.
The wheels is moving now.
Yeah.
You know, hit it while it's hot right now.
Right.
You know, and she was like, you know, I've been working on this play for the last 10 years, and I think I might be ready. You know, and I was like, well, give it to me.
Right.
Let me know what you got. You know, and she put it out there, and we looked over it. I told her, you know, that I had to see it in action before I can actually, you know, figure it out. And she's a writer. She's a writer by nature.
Yeah.
She's a singer, songwriter, and so on. You know, and she's an artist. So what she put together, it was tremendous. And when I read it, I was like, I was confused at first because I read each story and I was like, why are you all over the place? And then when I got to the end, everything came together. Everything in the play came together, and I was like, oh wow, that's tremendous. And so we talked about it. And she told me who she had in mind, you know, to play, you know, certain roles and so on and so on. She actually pegged me, you know, to start as the leading guy. But upon
you said anybody got time for that? That's what you was like. Yeah.
Shout out to Miles Ray, that my little 11-month-old back home. He was like, yo, you ain't gonna be able to do this, Pops.
Oh, he wasn't confident.
You got all Tuesdays. You got Tuesdays with me, so I had to take care of him. So but seriously, I seen another castmate came, especially after Howard showed up. Okay. Howard showed up, and me and Howard did a scene together.
Okay.
And I didn't. I thought about it, and I looked at the other castmate, and I didn't feel comfortable with myself in the role. So I put the other castmate in that role, but she asked me, you know, like I said, back to the assistant director. She asked me to assist, you know, in directing the play, and
so that's good. So what that showed also, that showed your level of maturity to say that, you know what, I think that I do want to be a part of this production, but that particular role is not for me, but there's someone else who can fill those shoes. And it takes a mature person to be able to identify that and then to make that adjustment and to get out that way so that you can do the greatness in director and they can be the greatness in that role. So congratulations for that.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
So who do we have right here to your left? How are you? Hello and welcome.
He's probably the youngest cast member, or his second youngest.
He did.
Nah, I might. No. We got kids in there. You know,
we got three youngest in there.
Okay.
But to introduce myself, I go by the name of Cino. I'm a young artist.
I love that.
I do music. I pretty much got picked up through Lorraine and also Miss Valencia.
Okay.
You know, they kind of pulled me into this. I'm one of three in a group that we call ourselves the Novas.
The Novas, I like that.
AKA Nova Gang Music. And that's pretty much like how I got into this. And in the play, I actually play one of the star basketball players inside the play. You know, which is ironic because I can actually play a little ball. Never played for a team either. So but if you want to step out on the court,
either one of y'all challenge y'all. Wait a minute here. We got some challenging going on here.
I got a son that can handle you though.
Wait a minute.
I don't know, man. You kind of tall, so if your son tall, you know.
Oh yeah.
Don't let that intimidate you.
18 years old.
So he got to get chop blocked off.
That's right. Don't let that intimidate you. You know.
But nah, you know, it's a fun experience for me because this is the first time I've been into a play like since I've been actual like teenage years, adult years. I did stuff like this when I was younger. Though.
Okay.
And I only really did it for like churches, you know, small stuff like that. But it's fun. You know, it's definitely gaining some knowledge on how this acting thing works, and I plan to do that in the near future anyway too.
Awesome. Okay, so sir, young man over here at the end, hello and welcome.
That's the DMV future right there.
All right.
That's great.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and the role that you played in this play.
I go by RockStar Pryme.
RockStar Pryme. I like that. Yes.
I'm also 1/3 of the rap group Novas, aka Nova Gang. My mother, Valencia Davis, reached out to me, told me,
Workhorse.
Right. For real.
She's watching, so be careful.
Oh yeah, I already know. But now she reached out to me and she told me, she said, Lorraine is doing she's doing a play, and she said she feel like she got a character that she feel like I'm perfect for, so I said, I was down for it because, I'm trying to get into the acting field anyway, as well as, rap and all that other stuff. So, I play Greg, and I enjoy playing Greg because I could relate to Greg a lot on a lot of things. Greg is also another one of the star basketball players in the play.
He's the superstar basketball player.
Actually, correction.
Greg
Superstar. It's Gregory Superstar Jackson.
Oh, Gregory Superstar
And he's going to make that be known on the play.
Oh,
so please don't get that twisted.
All right. I love this. I love this energy in here.
Yeah.
And let me just say this, Robin. For a person who write and direct plays, I had a chance to see these guys in action. I was moved just off their scene. I don't even know if these brothers had did any acting before. Before this play, but I was like blown away when I saw it. Because I stayed the last rehearsal and I finally got the chance to see the whole play in its entirety. And Lorraine had so many. I said, you got so many powerful endings. It's like, when is how can you top? How you gonna top what I just saw? I'm and you gotta see this scene with these two men. And I got teary-eyed and stuff when they do this scene. It's real powerful. And they sing, and these brothers really sing. They sang, and they bring this thing down. I'm like, what the heck? Look at she possibly to go behind that. Because I know people gonna be stand up clapping like a stand ovation, like, and they like, but it's something else come behind that. It's gonna be powerful than that. I'm like, what the, And I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I was just blown away. And so I'm really proud to be working with these guys, man, and the rest of the cast. Because I told her, the only time I come on retirement had to be for that girl right there. Because I don't do nobody plays. I ain't been in a play in 13 years. 13 years.
Well, that's some love there. That's some love there.
Miss Robin, if you don't mind, I want to give a lot of the cast members, some love, especially the youngins in the play. Little Miss Kaylin. Kaylin. And I'm sorry because I can't remember the young Kevin's name. Young Kevin.
Yeah.
What's his name? Y'all got his name?
We can't. We're live. We're live.
Okay, but then we also have in the play Young Greg, which is my son, Marlon Ray. So me and my baby boy, we get to act in a play together.
Right. And he doing a fine job. I forgot about him. The first time I seen this young man.
And everybody's, everybody. Look, it's an incredible cast. Believe me.
Good.
Definitely want to see.
We started off real shaky.
Yeah.
Because people, not making rehearsals and so forth.
Blocking.
But then later on, when it came down to crunch time, everybody, dug in, 10 toes down, and everybody started. I challenged the crew.
Right.
I challenged the crew a week or so ago, and I told everybody that, hey, I'm coming to rehearsal.
Okay.
I'm coming. I'm put on the Academy Award role.
I love that. I love that.
Everybody, I don't know if they took to that proposal or that challenge, but everybody came to rehearsal and
they killed it.
Down.
Yes, I love that.
Down, and
so before you finish there too, I have some other questions for you all because our time is dwindling down. So, what was your favorite part in the play? Let's start with you.
My favorite part in the play, it's a scene. It's
Don't give them too much though.
Right. You got just a little snippet. Just a little snippet. Can't give it away. Can't give it away.
Come see it.
That's right.
It's a scene that Greg, you know, he kind of has a wake up call.
Okay.
I say that he has a wake up call and. He has a wake up call.
Okay, we can go with that.
That's all you need.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. And what about you? What was your favorite moment in the play?
See, that's hard to say because everything that I do so far.
I love that. Yes. Yes.
And it's because it's so relatable for like real life for us. At least I can speak on that. Like it kind of really. It'll let you know who we are, even if you never knew us at all. You know, like real people. You know what I'm saying? So, but probably my favorite is I don't want to say it because it's really a line that I say. You know, and I feel it. You know, I feel like it'll make a good impact. You know what I'm saying? Nah. They try to come see that, so come get some tickets.
Right,
like everybody
that's
else
right.
been saying, come get some tickets.
I love it.
Come get some tickets. You're here, but definitely. I would say our last scene would probably be my favorite.
Your favorite? Okay.
Marty Ma.
And so, for my question for you is a little bit different. So we're gonna switch up the question for you last two. So my question for you is, when you were in your directing mode, and you had to give the overview of, you had a cast of 20. So what would you say was your most difficult or most enjoyable part of directing during this play?
That's a good question.
The most difficult part is getting people to embrace the role themselves.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And when I say that, it's because with new actors tend to want to go by the script, no matter what.
Right.
You know, and all you have to do is study your lines and then turn it into yours.
Absolutely.
Turn it into your own words and spit it out. Regurgitate that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I love that.
Regurgitate.
Yes.
And then it becomes yours. And that's what, for instance, CJ and Marte, they both.
Yes. They
owned
it.
They were two of the first to actually patent down their lines. You know, and turn it into themselves.
Thanks to you.
I did work with them a lot. But they did a great job of taking it and working hard and making it theirs. But I say the best part was taking myself out of that role and placing Alan into that role, because seeing Alan with Howard in that role, they make the role better.
Yes, I love that.
You know what I mean? They make that scene look.
It's more believable too.
Yeah, so much better, and it's an incredible scene where you guys are gonna. I mean, you're gonna have to probably bring a pamper or something. You know what I mean? But they really make that scene beautiful, and
I love that.
They mesh together. So that's the two, the most difficult and the best part that I enjoy.
Okay, I love that. So Howard, I have a question for you.
Yes.
So my question for you is, so you haven't done this in over 13 years.
Right.
You're getting back in this game.
Stage play.
Yes.
Acted,
play.
But stage play, yeah.
And so you're getting back in the game. You got thrown at hey, I want you to do this. You know, so now you got to brush off your skills.
Yeah.
You know, you got to get out of comedian role and get into play acting mode. Right. So how was that for you after 13 years, switching back over to this industry
First
role?
of all, let me thank Lorraine for allowing me to be myself. This is the first time I was in a play where I was allowed to be comedic.
Yes. Okay.
Every play I've done, I'm always a pastor, an officer, some serious role. I don't know what it is why they always cast me.
You look like you could be a pastor and an officer.
I played a pastor of like 5 plays. I was in 5 plays as a pastor, and I was a pastor of a mega church too. I mean, it was like I had sermons and everything.
Clef flow.
So yeah. So bring me that tithe. So it's like. It's like this time I get to be comedic, and I like the fact that she lets me.
Don't forget, it's comedic and serious.
Yeah, comedic and serious. But sometimes, and she lets me play with the role where I get to do a lot of ad lib. So a lot of directors normally don't like that. They like to say, these are my words.
Exactly,
I want you to say it just like I did. But she lets me be comedic and open up. And because the scenes and stuff we do with them, that like I call him Future and stuff like that, but he's doing a play. I might think of another name. So it's like y'all don't know what's gonna happen. And I just hope y'all don't break character. I just hope nobody don't break character when we on stage because it never knows what I'm gonna say. I play Uncle Jimmy.
Uncle Jimmy. I love that.
That's a role that I've never ever played before in my life. Okay. So I don't want people to come out and see this. This guy is like, woo, yeah. So he's like out there. So
out of all of the things that you've done throughout your career, what would you say is the most monumental? So you've done acting, you've done comedy, you've done playwriting, and your dad and your husband. So what is your most monumental role in your life?
Probably teaching. And pass it on to the next person. I teach drama and theater and school, and I got a stand-up comedy class. I got a young student by the name of Noah. Shout out to Noah. He's up-and-coming comedian, 16 years old. He's going to be like the next Dave Chappelle.
Yes.
And I'm working with him, training him now, and I talk about signing him and the management, too, because I got a feeling this kid going to blow up. And just passing the torch to the next generation and giving them the opportunity to hit the stage and perform in front of my crowds. You know, because we have a large crowd of shows we do in Baltimore.
Yes.
And I always like to introduce new hip-hop artists, new singers, poets. Like, you know, even my son, he does hip-hop. And then my oldest son is a comedian as well. He in L.A., Mike Vaughn, he's doing it for real. I mean, he's really pursuing acting and comedy for real out in L.A. So my main thing is just to pass the torch and give it to the next person. I feel like I've done enough, you know, with TV, radio, on the wire, movies, you know, commercials nationwide. So it's just time to pass the torch to the next generation and everything.
I love that.
You know.
One last question for you. So what would you say for a young artist coming up today, or a young actor, comedian, whomever they want to be, coming up today, if that wanted to get a start but just didn't know what path or how to do that, how to get their foot in the door, what would you say to them?
Just find out what's going on locally. In your town. Somebody got to have an open mic somewhere.
Mics work.
Somewhere.
You never know who's in the audience.
You never know who the audience is. I tell comedians that all the time. I tell performers, you never know, and you got to give them the best performance.
Yes.
You act like Steven Spielberg sitting there. Act like Russell Simmons. Well, not Russell Simmons. Act like act like Sony and Def Jam, or somebody is out there. Jay-Z is out there, and his people are looking for new talent. You got to perform like no other, and bring your A game every time. I love that. So find out what's going on locally and go out there and perform. That's the best thing to do. Best thing.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you all for being on my wonderful show, The Impact with Robin Dorsey.
Thank you, Robin, for having us.
No problem. I think this play is going to be phenomenal, and I cannot wait to see it. I will be there at the 7 o'clock show because I will be doing the diabetes walk in the morning.
Okay.
So if you all want to come out to that in the morning, I know y'all going to be a little tight for schedule, but, you know, making a difference in the community as well.
That's right.
So I thank you all.
Thank you.
And, you know, I can't wait to see it. And we may do some, you never know. I may do some live interviews after the play with your audience and with the cast again, just to give my audience a more, you know, a little bit more about you all.
Follow me on Instagram at comedian HowardG, baby.
Yes. All right, so you have been watching The Impact with Robin Dorsey. I cannot leave, of course, without telling you about thanking my wonderful and fantastic sponsors. So first we have Resurgence Beauty Lounge for doing my hair and my makeup. Thank you, Vetta. You make me look amazing every time. We have D. Christopher Communications, who did my show intro and music. Thank you, Donnie. I love you, all the way from LA. We have, he relocated from the DMV to LA, and he's doing some big things there.
That's what's up.
We have Crafted, which does web designs and logos and all of our wonderful graphics here. So thank you, Robert, for that. We have Father Time and Co. is my company, my cousin company Jay. So he is showing that fathers are a part of their children's lives. It's important, and he started this fatherhood movement and initiative to show people like dads are in their children's life, not just for child support because they want to be, not because they have to be.
I know that's right.
So I love that. And then we have a new sponsor, which is my sister Dinky, and hers is DUniqueFashionBoutique. So she is my stylist to help me get nice and fabulous for you every time.
Yeah,
so I love you all so much. There would be no me without you. You know, my family, my friends, and supporters. You are here with me every Friday and through all of my dreams and aspirations, because you know I have many. So I thank you so much for always, you know, following me and being able to be there for me, because I am here for you. So thank you so much. We are back here next Friday with another amazing guest. So see you same time, same place Friday. This is WBGR Sports and Entertainment Network. HowardG, LeRae, and her beautiful cast.
Tied in bonds, baby.
Tied in bonds.
September 22nd. Get your tickets.
2 shows.
2 shows, baby.
7 p.m.
We might be back next Friday. She ain't got no other guests. It might be us.
She's trying to bump my guests up.
It might be us. We might be wearing the same clothes, too.
I'm going to get an email later about that. Like, no, we ain't been bumped. I'm going to get an email about that later, because I'm like, wait a minute, you booked up through the end of October. We're not losing our spot.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, thank you so much. This is The Impact with Robin Dorsey coming to you live. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Hold on.
Thanks, Robin.
Thank you.
That's right.
All right, we're done.